Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong, and this is one of the shelves in my new art space. Don't look at that. Go ahead, look at that cobweb up there. I need to get it down. This is the top of the hutch that I work at every day, and I really love this. Got feathers in here. I'm planning to do something with these soon, but I want to make a new journal. Oh, we need to look at this again soon as well. I thought I would turn the camera on because I found some amazing brown paper and I wanted to do this on camera because it's so much fun to see how somebody does make their journals. We all sort of do different things. There are different takes on the old standards. And I really like 3 signature journals. Okay, so I have 12 folded sheets. That's perfect for 3 signatures. Let's put these to the side. Then we have some beautiful art pages. And I'm going to do something that I do a lot when I'm making journals like this. I'm just gonna attach the pages. And I really like the torn edges to be on the outside. I love that texture. We're just gonna tape right down the center. It doesn't have to be perfect. You could cut parts of these out to embellish journal pages, or to make fodder, to make envelopes, tags. These are just really beautiful pages to be able to use. Oh, so good, we ended up with 3. Now I'm definitely going to be incorporating these things into the cover and maybe some embellishments. And then let's cut or tear some of these down. And that's okay, that's okay. This one is a little tall. So all of the brown pages are torn down to a similar size. Oh, that ended up being perfect. Now let's kind of put these in some sort of order. Maybe we'll have this pretty bird on the front of that signature. I know we left the torn edge out there. We may end up tearing this down a little more. Yeah, that's better. So there's another one, and it is so fun to use things that you can get for free. I mean, we have to buy some things. I buy things, but it's very nice to use like the brown paper. I have just fallen in love with working on it because it really takes a lot of action. It'll handle a lot, and I love the way the paints soak in. It's just really nice. And it seems like on this one, this is mostly brown paper. Maybe we will put this in as the first signature, this one in the center, and then this at the back. So we have our 3 signatures. Now let's think about a cover. So maybe I got carried away and I forgot to record making the cover. I thought about it as I was probably 75% through with it. I had to do a zigzag stitch here because you can see how much this fabric is going to unravel. And I'm probably also going to put just a little line of tacky glue across here. I love tacky glue. I've never had a problem working with it on paper or fabric. And I'm okay if we can see a little bit of this when it dries. I just don't want this pocket to completely disappear because it has just frayed away into nothing. You can see this is a really frayable, that's probably not a word. I know friable is a word, that's a medical word. This is a really frayable fabric. We're just gonna make up a word. Oh, and who was it? Was it Caroline on the hillside? Who said that the only pre-thinking they did? Pre-thinking, that's another good junk journaler word. Frayable, pre-think. Sometimes we make projects where we really don't pre-think. I love that. So basically, this is an old piece of quilt that I cut to size, And of course there's the piece of fabric that was in the FUN-PAX, and then part of that really pretty boho fabric that was in the pack. What I did was take the quilt piece and I cut another piece of the quilt, the inside of it, which it had to be feed sacks because it's got this old writing. I love that so much. And in between this, I laid some of that heavy brown paper just to give it some structure. I didn't want it to be too floppy. So you can see where I sewed around, made actually some little loops to make sure I grabbed the paper, and then I went back and sewed this piece of fabric on, and I'm probably going to add a little glue under here to keep that from fraying too much. You could come back and stitch some more. I'm not too worried about it right at this minute. So once I sewed that on, and I do this first, the cover, because if you put your pocket in first and then you come back and try to sew this in place, you're going to sew over your pocket. Then I came back and sewed the pocket, and I did use a zigzag stitch all the way around, and I used a zigzag stitch on this fabric before I ever put it in. So let's put the pages in, and I'm just going to make a little template. Let's just get a piece of paper. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm going to try to make it a little straighter than it is now, and maybe not quite as wide. And let's just, so we folded that in half, then let's fold the top and the bottom to the center line, sort of folding those in half. And then let's fold this in half, and then again from these outside pieces, let's fold those, or the outside edges, let's fold those in towards the center. So you end up with this little grid on here, and I just take an ink pen and put little dots where the lines intersect. And then let's write top up here. Need to put some big paper clips on here. I don't always do that, and it's usually not a problem, but these pages are all different sizes, and I don't know, it just might help if I can at least hold some of them in place. So this is our first signature, and all the pages are facing the right way. I'm going to go to this very first fold here, lay it in the center. We've got the top written up here at the top. Now let me get my awl. I've got a box of binding supplies. There's my favorite awl. And then, oh, I like that blue. We might have to go with that. And then I've got a large needle in here that ends up being a go-to. I think that one will work. There's another little awl in there. That was my little travel kit. So let's do 1, 2, 3. I do three lengths, like up and down. And then let's go ahead and cut 3. And they're going to be the same length that way. Let's get right in here, lay this little template down and punch 1, 2. I'm punching right on these little pre-made dots. So that one's going to be ready to go. What we need to do, I like to mark the spots in here. So let's fold this to the center and try to get that in the center here. That seems to be right. And make sure it's kind of straight. I go through and mark the fabric. See, I'm going to get a marker actually so that I can really see these dots. The pen is just not doing it. There. So now I can see them all. And we're going to punch through that, so it's not really going to show. And let's just go ahead and punch through here. You do not want to get your finger. There's the awl. I don't know if you can see it there. And I like to come in from the outside so that my strings are on the outside. And then let's do that. And then we're going to go out here at the bottom of the journal because I want the strings to tie at the top. And come down to the bottom here. So now it's so much easier from the inside because you can see that hole that we made. This quilt piece is surprisingly strong. I'm not sure what's in between those layers, but it's not the easiest thing to poke through. Now here we're going to come back through, and I always pull this string to make sure I didn't split it and make sure it'll move. And let's go back through here. And then out through here. And then out through here. Keep up with my needle. And now let's get these threads where we need them. I usually hold them up here together and make sure they're pretty much the same length, which they are. And then let's tie that. And then put a tiniest little drop of tacky glue so it does not come untied. I don't think it would anyway, but I have had that happen before using a really sort of slick cord. So there's our first signature in. Okay, here we are the next day. I'm sorry there was so much noise in the beginning of the video. I probably really need to pay more attention to that. Those signatures are basically all put in the same way. I use the template to mark the holes in each subsequent signature. And then of course we use the holes that we marked here, and they're just put in the same way. So this is the journal right now. I've got some things just laying in here. A few things in the pockets from the FUN-PAX that I'm planning to work on with this. But I did want to show you how it ended up. I've also started putting some gesso and paints on some of these papers. So you can see where I tried to tear everything so it's close to the same size, but we do have some different sizes, and I really do love the way this turned out. I guess I put this in upside down. You can see from the lettering, but I put it the way I wanted it to be because I wanted the bird in the front, and I don't think that part really matters so much. The thistle is facing the right way, and you know how birds land on things and sort of hang upside down or whatever. But we have our 3 really fun signatures with this wonderful brown paper that I got for free at the recycle center. I'll have to take my camera sometime and show you what that place looks like, where you're able to pick up freebies, and there's actually a magazine shelf there where people leave magazines. So I'm going to stop this video. I will be back really soon. I have some other things to share. I just wanted to show you how I put this together, and I'll be back soon. Bye for now.